Hello, welcome to Islanders Podcast. My name is James.
My name is Daniel.
My name's Yen.
And I'm Minnie.
Today we're going to talk about something personal.
About
Do you want to guess what we're going to talk about?
Secrets?
No.
marriage,
Relationships.
finance.
Gossips.
Gossips. That's great.
No, actually not. We're going to talk about notebooks.
Notebook, Death Note.
Notebooks.
No, not Death Note. Daniel, please. We've been here a long time.
It's
We're
not
only
Death
talking
Note.
about
Maybe there's a N in your notebook.
Okay.
It's not actually. So today we're going to talk about our notebooks,
Uh-huh.
Oh,
and I think it's interesting how we construct our notebooks.
Yeah.
Right. So this is one of the most personal items that one can take out.
Yeah, actually, it
Right.
is. It is.
Don't
I
you think
believe.
so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone has
Yes.
different habits and different usage of your
Yeah, of our
notebooks.
notebook. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We
today
can carry it
We
around.
treat it differently. Yeah.
Yeah, we're willing to share our deepest secrets in our notebooks, right?
yes.
Yeah. So because these sometimes include personal thoughts, to-do
Yeah.
lists, or
Yeah.
maybe shopping lists,
Yeah.
or some
Yeah.
drawings sometimes,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Fortunately, I didn't
you can
bring
your
my
own notebook,
my
yeah.
my Chinese textbook because there are
Textbook, all
some
of
weird notes.
Sketchings on.
Yeah, sketching.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I want you to describe your notebook. What is the physical appearance of your
Oh.
notebook?
Oh.
Yeah.
Because there are so many different kinds of notebooks, right? Some
Yeah.
people even use an iPad
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a notebook, right? So this is my notebook. My notebook is just a very thin notebook,
Yeah.
a standard, really
Like A5
simple
size?
notebook. Yes, and I like the squares inside the notebook.
Yeah.
I
Square
love that
grids
square
inside
grids,
notebook.
yeah.
So I don't like a completely plain notebook, and
Yeah.
I like to have some grid to
Yeah.
follow in my
Yeah.
notebook. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about you, Daniel? What is your notebook? What does your notebook look like?
Actually, my notebook went through a series of revolutions.
Oh.
Actually, I started from a regular notebook, just like this one.
It's
I
an
have,
A5 size, just the regular size notebook. Yeah.
not necessary. Normally, I will use one notebook for each subject,
Uh-huh.
and later I find it's really heavy to carry that much notebooks in my backpack.
Also, it's like a database for all the stuff you learned in class.
Yes, I have a
right?
notebook for calculus, one
Okay.
book for maybe organic chemistry, something like that.
Yeah.
So you have lots of notebooks. You used to
Yes.
have lots of notebooks.
And I find it really hard to handle so many notebooks. Yes,
the
sometimes
same
I
time,
even
yeah.
forgot to bring one of them.
Yeah.
It's quite awkward, so I started to use white and A4 paper.
A4 papers, just plain papers, right?
Yes, it's much lighter and much maybe flexible. Yes.
Okay. So how about you, Minnie?
Yeah, I can take it out. Take my
Okay, yeah. Please show it to. If you're watching YouTube, you may see the Minnie's notebook.
Wow, it's
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
thick.
But also describe for
For
our audio
our
listeners.
podcast
Yes.
listeners.
I just took it out of my bag.
Yeah.
And
There's some stickers on it.
many
Yeah.
stickers on
Cute
it.
Still
stickers.
warm.
It's a very thick notebook.
Yes,
Yeah.
And it
yes.
has some age to it, right?
But it used to be thin.
Okay.
Yeah, and I consider it more like a journal to me.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's lots of to-do lists, and
Yeah.
I like every week is a page. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
so
yeah.
there's I like it a lot because it has from marks from 9 o'clock to 12 to 20 to
Oh, so you have
Wow.
a full day schedule
yeah,
on it.
4 day schedule, and
Yeah, that's more like a journal. Yeah.
because I have. My life is like
It's recorded inside.
it's recorded
yeah.
inside, and I not only write down what I have to do, but also like poems that I like and
I
notes
see a lot of
that I have to
stickers
do.
on them, right?
Yeah, stickers and tickets,
yeah.
train tickets, and high-speed rail tickets.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's actually like a chronicle of your life.
Yes,
It is.
yes,
It is,
it
yeah.
is. And also like projects that I've done, I like to, if it's small, if I can stick it in, I put it inside. Like this one is a worksheet that I designed for students
Oh, cool.
to do. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like a scrapbook.
Yeah,
of
it's
your
like a
life,
scrapbook.
yeah. And it looks
Yeah.
like a novel. from the outside, it looks like a novel.
Novel.
Yeah, novel.
Thank you,
That is
thank
well
you.
loved,
Yeah,
you know, and well loved by its owner, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're gonna be very nostalgic when you bring this up, maybe like 10 years later.
Yeah.
Or even now when you read this back.
It's actually my second. I have another book that looks like this. It's the same format, but I'm starting to have my third book. I'm going to have my third book because this book has been following me for like 1.5 years.
Oh,
Wow.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's really nice. That's
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
when do you write your journal? Before the day or after the day?
Whenever, like, when the professor assigns something for us to do, I
Okay.
immediately write it down. Otherwise, I might forget about it. Yeah. And also, when I see something, especially in the weekends, when I have time to sit down, I write down like posts, like quotes from posts that I like, and I write it down into this notebook.
Oh,
yeah. Because I not only want to see it in my phone, I want it to appear somewhere in my
visually,
notebook.
physically in your notebook.
and I
right.
want to feel like I'm writing it down.
Oh,
I want to write it down with my hands. Yeah.
I
about
have
you?
the same kind of journal, like just as Minnie's, right? So, actually, I have different kinds of notebook. I have notebook for knowledge, just for classes. It's like more like a database.
Yeah.
So it have revolution after revolution. It comes from like A4 papers into like the grid papers or different kind of sheets. And the other kind of my notebook is like journals. I have a daily journals for myself, but it's also like a scrapbook. I put everything inside it. Every different kind of name cards, and I have different flyers, the events I've joined, and the tickets, train tickets or the bus ticket. When I get on traveling. And I will write some thoughts when I have free time, or it hit me that I want to write something down, and I will try to, because I really love the feeling that I have a pen or a pencil just writing down things into words and on the paper. Yeah, I enjoy that feeling. So actually, I've keep quite a collection of my journals. Now it's the I think it's the 7th or 8th year I've been collecting my journals. So I have two boxes of
me
notebooks,
too.
like B5 size of notebooks, quite a collection. And after I finish one book of journal, I will like tag it with this is from like 2016, from May to June.
Whoa.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I have quite a collection of journal, and also I keep all of my like course database, knowledge database of those notebooks in class. All of them in my apartment now. Yeah.
So I can infiltrate all your memory and
Somewhat.
secrets by stealing your notebooks.
Yeah, somewhat. But it's a huge.
What are you going to do with that? I don't understand what you're going to do with that.
Maybe blackmail him. Maybe.
Yeah,
He
but,
might
but
sell
you
it to
can't
others.
blackmail me with that because I write it down. That's for someone to read, for myself or any other people.
Okay.
It is written. Yeah.
But-
If I want to keep something in secret, I won't write it down.
But this is still a possibility. I will try to get.
Yeah, somewhat. Just keep it. Just try. You just try.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Fine.
that's
Just
enough.
try. Yeah.
So what else do you do with your notebooks? I remember I don't really have the self-control to keep a journal every day.
Yeah.
But when I was in junior high or high school, we used to have to write diaries every day.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And I hate that. I hate that.
I really liked that because
Oh, really?
I was forced to write a diary. Otherwise, I wouldn't write a diary.
Oh.
And so now when I go back and read them, I can understand what I was thinking at the time. That was quite interesting for me.
Yeah.
But I hate the idea that I have to write a diary down and I have to give it to the teacher.
Yeah,
and he
because
will
I
inspect me.
I have no self-control.
Oh.
So I can't keep doing it every
understand.
day. You know, it's just, it's not that important as a thing to me.
Yeah.
But I really like to read what happened.
I think
in my
originally,
childhood, yeah.
the writing journals, it comes to me when I want to, when I wanted to have a review of what I am thinking right now. It's kind of the same same motivation as you had. Just I want to know, maybe in the future, 10 years after, and I look back in this moment, what I was thinking in that period. So sometimes I will just retrieve my notebooks and retrieve my journals and watch what I was thinking at maybe 2018 or 8 years ago. And it's getting more interesting when time accumulates. Yeah.
For me, I think Facebook and Instagram fill that gap for me. You know, when I feel something, I write it down on Facebook. And I only set it for only me to see. So that's how I keep track. Right? But when I use a notebook, I mostly use it like a RAM in a computer. So do you guys know what a RAM is? Random access memory.
I know.
So nerdy. So compared to a hard drive, a RAM is like a workspace, like a desktop for your computer to work, to store some information. And so I don't really read my notebooks back. But I keep, like, when I want to figure something out, I write them down.
It's more like a sheet of whiteboard. Right?
So
you
like
just write everything down
for me to use.
So you use a notebook to release your mental power.
Yes, because I can't memorize something. You know,
something trivial when you start making decisions or something.
On the fly. So I keep a notebook for me to write something down. And I only did this semester.
Oh, you started this semester.
I only started this semester, and I felt it was quite helpful. I find myself reaching for it. You know, a lot of the time.
But I think mostly I take notes or take writing things down for I can read it then after. That I think that's the main purpose for me to write everything down.
I also had a RAM.
And
there's
Minnie is showing us another notebook.
Minnie has a large notebook, and now she's taking her little notebook, very mini notebook. Minnie's mini notebook. Okay. And she's telling us about
I'm
it.
a notebook expert. Oh, I actually have a correction notebook. Like, we used to have lots of tests in senior and junior high school.
Oh, yeah.
And I write down all my mistakes in that particular notebook. So
I think you have very strong will power and self-control to be able to do all this
to write
stuff.
notebooks.
Because I really can't do that.
Because I can't help but thinking about, like, in the future, like maybe like 100 years later, when future anthropologists they dig into the ground, they might discover my notebooks, and I'm interested in
and found precious literature for ancient people. In 2018,
that girl's weirdo.
2020.
That's
find out about your morning schedule, find out about cardio dances, and stuff like that.
Actually, recently I started using iPad to keep notes.
Electronic devices.
And I think there's no way back. I will go back to use pen and paper because it's much more convenient. It's much more flexible. You can move maybe the notes you wrote before and shrink it or enlarge it or even change the color.
And you can search. I think search function. It also brings me to iPad, since I have an iPad for note taking in my class or any kind of stuff. I think professional stuff maybe.
So will you build a system when taking a note of a subject? Yes, maybe I will use some color. Maybe some color represent some
legends.
But for me, I don't really do that. I do it on the fly, like whatever I like. Like when I need to see something important, I circle in red. That's all I do.
Red.
But for me, like an iPad electronically and like a normal notebook, there's still a difference. For me. And I don't know if it's just overly romanticizing paper notebooks, but I feel like paper notebooks can keep for longer. You know, as our electronics, maybe they will
just
fail after a few years. You know, a paper notebook would always be there for you.
Wow. Actually, having an iPad, I haven't used my pen for maybe more than have a year. Yes, I don't really miss using pen and
you just switch your desk onto electronic devices.
Yes.
For me, because I enjoy the feeling of writing, so I like to write things with my pencil and pen. So I just keep sticking to my journals, and I I think I was just keep with my old kind of style. So I started using calendars when I don't even have a smartphone. So now even now I've switched my calendar onto electronic device. I still keep a journal to write things down by my hand and by just paper and ink.
Yeah. I like how my fingers flip through the pages.
Oh yeah. That's a good feeling.
That's a good feeling. And I think even though now I use laptop a lot when I take notes in class, but I still like to write something down, especially when these things come from my imagination or something that's creative. It's something that belongs to my creativity. I have to write it down on paper. Yeah.
It's just a feeling. It's not something. I will say electronic device is definitely more efficient.
Yeah.
We don't debate about that. It's just,
but there's this weird thing that I do. Like before I make a presentation on my computer, I like to outline it down on my notebook first.
On my notebook. On your notebook.
And then I'll refer to my notebook and then do the presentation. Make the presentation.
Yes.
There's another point.
There's
another point I want to make here is that since typing on computers is actually quite fast. And
yes.
I would say you have to take a slower pace when you write things down. Yeah, and that makes you getting more organized when you list everything down, right? So I think that's maybe the reason why you like to outline it before the presentation. I do similar
I just think
things
it's
like
easier
that.
for me to clear my head space onto a piece of paper.
I also love to write down some ideas on a piece of paper because something written on the paper will not change. You don't have to switch between to another windows to open that window and record another things.
That's just like what James just said before. Just it will stay on that paper. You will find it on that paper.
But at the same time,
feel certain, right?
I think I'm getting an iPad this weekend, so I'll let you guys know. What happens with this new dynamic.
Yeah.
With a new boy in town.
Eventually, you join us.
But mostly, I want to buy it for like drawing stuff, like
freehand drawing.
As a digital board and also for work stuff.
I think the reason why I don't use pen and paper anymore is because I really don't like writing. I am constantly frustrated by writing because it's very
different from
exotic and very slow.
But you're still writing on your iPad.
Yeah, but it's
Gotcha.
I think I hate writing Chinese character because it's really
Just face it, you just love your iPad. You just love your iPad, man. Right?
That's another truth.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have your own notebook? What do you do with your notebook? Do you also use an iPad like Daniel? Be sure to talk to us in our comments and follow us on Spotify, on YouTube, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.